according to this, Kotaku has laid off 4 more of its staff, one of whom wrote the famous Stellar Blade is hottest, which is not revealing everything. They should have wrote those game guides instead, shouldn't they? I mean, they were told, it's like, hey, write something that people actually want to read. Your business model can't be to view Andy. Like you can't just make articles for yourself and your cats. Like, you actually need to write something that gamers want to read. No, they didn't. It's also interesting, the very fact that written format is dying. Like most people just don't want to read nowadays because you got video format. But still, I'm playing Nikkei, right? And I want to know, like, what is the meta? What are the tactics? So I Google Nikkei tactics, and it takes me to some of these more obscure publications, and I give them clicks by doing so. This is why they were asked to actually write guides for games. But they don't want to. In fact, there is a journalist, very famous one, who has announced on Twitter that if she gets fired, she goes back into prostitution. Sex work is real work, but like, from game journalist to is that really a career upwards? Because like, I have more respect for OnlyFans girls and for the ladies of the night. Like, I got more respect for them than a game journalist, so that might be like a moving up in the careers. The thing is, if it wasn't for Alisa Mercante and her behavior, completely unjustifiable, I would say, on Twitter, many people may even seem sad because it's like, you know, Kotaku at one point used to be the bully, but it's the bully that's down, you know, like kicking a horse while it's down. Like, why would you be happy? And I was thinking about it, and I generally not, because I don't care. Like, the opposite of love isn't hate. I genuinely, unironically, do not care. So, I suppose the only sad thing is that this didn't happen when I used to care. Like, when I was actually looking at Kotaku and the way that it's treating gamers and the gaming community, and if it would have happened then, I would have said, oh, well, I guess, you know, it's warranted, it's deserved. But now I just don't care. It is what it is. What's also interesting is these game journalists, right? You get to hear about how difficult it is for them to get jobs in this economy. And I was thinking, man, can you imagine if someone like Asmongold actually gets banned from Twitch or gets banned from YouTube, right? If he goes on any other platform, he will have a following because he actually has something interesting to say that is actually a connection between the audience and the person. It's not that people are telling you that you need to listen to Asmongold. Like, you're not being told that he is the influencer. He just is. Meanwhile, the reason people even know about these people working at game journalist articles, game journalist outlets, is because they are hired by Kotaku. So, like, Kotaku can take anyone from the street, like literally anyone, and put them in their office, and all of a sudden they become a critic. They become someone you should look up to because, again, like, Kotaku is giving their credentials. And I noticed it's kind of the same with CNN. Like, there's a lot of people who got fired from CNN. Like, for instance, Don Lemon, right? What is Don Lemon doing now? I don't fucking know. Does he even have a following? Is anyone even interested, right? That is how it works. Like, people do not follow the person because they like the way they frame things, or they like the way they write the articles, or they have something insightful to say. No, it's like people go because they're working for a corporation, and it's the corporate brand. It's honestly, it's what really annoys me with Rotten Tomatoes, if you think about it, because you have Rotten Tomatoes with the audience score. And the audience score is the better one. Even though now it's being manipulated, it's still closer to the truth because you have like 6,000 people that went to see the movie and they're telling you what they thought. But next to the audience score is the critic score. So there's like 30 or 40 chuckleheads, which apparently their opinion requires separate consideration. And it's not like they're more educated about the movies or the entertainment. It's not that they're like schooled into how to interpret the movie. No, they simply work for corporations. And this is what's happening here, right? Like, these individuals that are getting fired, no one knows who they are. No one cares. They're not going to manage to get a following going. Because the reality is, like, if you're someone that people actually know, and there used to be game journalists that people knew. Like Stephen Totillo, for instance. I would say even like some that had notoriety, like Leigh Alexander and others. And when they would go to another publication, their readers would follow. because they actually, believe it or not, even though they were on the other side of the issue and I disagreed with them, they were charismatic. They actually knew how to write articles or how to get clicks, basically. Some of them even knew how to rage bait, but that's not the point. The idea was that they would go to another website and people would follow them. No one is going to follow the people at Kotaku. You know, I even made the joke that maybe they should start reviewing hentai. Like there is a hole in the market. There is a niche. You know, you as a respectable game journalist, I have been told that sex work is real work. You can start doing that. You may get more clicks. But I'm generally curious though, like, where is Kotaku going now? It used to be such a juggernaut, and it still is to a bizarre degree, because while most people do not read Kotaku, and they can't sell a game even if it kills them, like if they were to promote my game, I would tell them no, because it would actually hurt my game rather than promote it. But they can influence stocks. So if you're a publicly traded company and Kotaku starts writing negative things about you, or they're attacking your company, then yeah, like, stocks can go down. So that is the only power that they have left, is to influence the shareholders, and this is why most people are still afraid of upsetting Kotaku. But even that is going away. Like, even that is slowly dying, and the only thing that you can do is to make fun of these individuals when you see them, because despite the fact that they're in such dire straits, they are still acting as if they're like the leaders of the community, as if they have their finger on the pulse, and they understand how gaming culture is, and what gamers care about and what they like, but they have no audience. No one reads them. Like, if I was a AAA publisher, I would rather have someone like Asmongold or a VTuber play my game rather than have Kotaku. Like, if you give it to Kotaku, who's going to read it? In fact, they even got blacklisted from several events due to who they are and the way they're writing their articles. Much to their horror and dismay, because they're treated like everyone, and they didn't like that. So yeah, it will be interesting if the publication gets sold. I don't think they will shut it down. Again, it still has like the power to influence shareholders. So I do think that if worse comes to worse, they will sell it. But they are demanding a lot. Like, their higher ups are demanding 10 reviews per week, and they keep firing the people that work there. So I assume that the people working there are now working overtime. Like, this is actually becoming a difficult job, and they're probably afraid that they're not going to keep it for long. So I can't say I'm envious of them, but at the same time, I mean, they worked really hard for this position. Because if they would have tried to be friendly with the gamers, like, for example, there's another publication called Niche Gamer. Niche Gamer has an excellent relationship with the gaming community. And if they tried to be more like that, you know, maybe they would have had crowdfunding, maybe they would have people that try to offer them solutions, but they don't. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think, though. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.